Legend has it, Woody Hayes, in the 70s, Ohio State was playing Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt is kind of a wussy school, or then their football team. And the back came around the left end and was outrunning the defensive backs of Ohio State, and Woody Hayes saw that he was going to score. Legend has it, he took his earphones off, threw them on the ground, threw his clipboard on the ground, and tackled him himself. Rather than have some fucking cunt from Vandy score on his Ohio State team. That was the end of his football career. He knew it when he was taking off his thing. There's some things worth dying for. And there's some things worth going to jail for. When somebody spits in your wife's face. But not today's generation. That's why 75% of you would rather take an iPhone of some old lady getting beat up instead of helping. Which I think is tragic. I will hurt everybody's feelings in this room. I will pick certain people out and hammer them because it is better for the class to know just how big a cunt you are. I take no prisoners because the world doesn't take any prisoners. There's only one gold medal guy in an Olympics. The Olympics just passed for each event. I take that back. There's two in the high jump because they split the gold medal, which was surprising to me, but I'm here to produce gold medal winners, whatever you do. Most of you got married for the wrong reason. Most of you had kids for the wrong reason. Most of you were born for the wrong reason. I will prove to you before the seminar is over, at least half of you are by accident. You should have rolled down your fat mama's leg. But instead, one of those 400,000 or 500,000 little sperms hooked up and produced you. And God, aren't we lucky? I go through the seminar and say, what's the highest performance? And I ask you in the literature, what's the highest performance thing you've ever done? I ask you, what's the highest performance thing that your partner has ever done? I ask you, what's the highest performance thing your mother, father have ever done? Brother, sister have ever done? And when it's 0, 0, 0, 0, fuck all, you know why you're here. Jack Welch said it much better than I. There's no such thing as work-life balance. There are work-life choices, and you make them, and they have consequences. There are consequences that I didn't go to our daughter's sweet 16 birthday party. Every once in a while, when she has too much champagne, she reminds me. 20-some years later. There are consequences. But are they greater than the consequences of you being dirt fucking broke when you die? You ask yourself that. Would you rather make a choice between your daughter's 16th birthday or you being flat fucking broke, huddled up in a corner, homeless, whenever your time comes? You tell me. And 99% of you in this goddamn audience, 99% of every audience I've ever talked to will say, I would rather miss my daughter's 16th birthday. So who's kidding who? But conventional wisdom, political correctness, has it all ass backwards. You're a bad person because you missed her birthday, right? You're a bad person because you celebrated Christmas in January, right? Horseshit. And the pundits that give you this horseshit are poor themselves. Once you become fearless, life becomes limitless. I asked the TED Talk a couple days ago, kids, what if you weren't afraid of anything? How would your life have changed? I'll ask you the same question. What if you were afraid of nothing? Nothing. Man, beast, financial, bankruptcy, nothing. Do you understand what that would mean? There are people on this planet, one of which is standing on this stage. I'm not afraid of anything. I should be dead by now. I've been run over by a charging buffalo. got up, chased it down, killed it. Killed a Kodiak bear with a knife. You can't kill me. I believe that with all my heart. You can't fucking kill me. I'm one of the last Neanderthal bad motherfuckers still around. And if you think I'm bad now, you should have seen me 25, 30 years ago when I bench pressed 400 pounds and I was like a fucking Rock of Gibraltar. Now I'm more, instead of 225, 6'1", twisted steel and panther piss, I'm more panther piss now than twisted steel. But back in those days, you know, I blocked out the fucking sun. Dr. Shirley Teeter, God rest her soul, and they asked her the same question. They said, Dr. Teeter, blah, blah, blah. He says, yes, I've known Danny a long, long time. The only thing that's changed with Danny Pena is his accomplishments have caught up with his big fucking mouth. Now, this is a woman that wouldn't say shit if it was in her mouth. But the animosity for me had built up over 25 or 30 years. Because every time I told Dr. Teeter I was going to do something, I went and did it. I've created more wealth than my whole university alumni since the beginning of the fucking first day that school started. And I told her I was going to do that 45 fucking years ago. Because remember, I've always been talking shit. Seen and done. In your entire lives, what have you experienced? Weak, lackluster parents, no high-performance role model, low bar expectations, little or no accountability, little or no responsibility, leading to little or no accomplishments, leading to our snowflake society. I already told you the Russians laugh at us. The Chinese laugh at us. I already said about the three biggest, if we don't get our shit together, they're gonna eat us like chop suey. So my mother spent her whole life trying to make me what she wasn't. Can you say the same for you, your parents, your children? No. And look at the motherfucking results. So I'm not here by fucking accident. And yet I still pushed the envelope. Unlike our grandson, who was just born, and that t-shirt says future legend. And he's being raised that way. He's gonna be a cyclops automaton motherfucker. He's gonna only know success. He is not gonna be exposed to anything that even remotely is close to failure. Failure will never be a fucking option to him. Never. And when he's 14, he's not gonna like wearing those t-shirts, future legend. I don't give a shit. We're gonna chain the fucking shirts to him. Now just think real quickly, don't raise your hand. Have your parents done any of these things? No. I rest my case.